Good evening. The case you are about to view is about the disappearance of Kristi Krebs. This case originally aired on the February 17th, 1995 episode of Unsolved Mysteries. The location is McCarricker State Park, California. The date is August 10th, 1993. A vehicle is stuck in the mud. The radio has been ripped out. There are small traces of blood on the dashboard. Shredded identification papers and torn up pictures litter the vehicle. Vehicle paperwork and pictures belong to 22-year-old Kristi Krebs. Kristi was known for being a very cheerful and upbeat. After she graduated from high school, she started to work as a chef. However, problems started when she became infatuated, then obsessed with a married man. 3 years prior to her disappearance, Kristi started to fantasize about marrying the married man. She would drive around for hours at night. One time she got lost on a country road and her car got stuck. Upon trying to get the car free, the vehicle caught fire and soon exploded. Thankfully, Kristi was able to exit the vehicle. When Kristi's vehicle was located, it was nothing more than a burned out husk. However, something worse happened. Kristi disappeared. It is believed that the fire sent Kristi into a traumatic mental breakdown. The next morning, railroad workers noticed a woman walking down the tracks. One of the workers recognized her as Kristi and called her parents. According to Kristi's father, Bob Krebs, he thought everything was okay, but as they were getting closer to home, Kristi started to act erratic. She would chant and not act like her normal self. Kristi's parents took Kristi to the hospital after she continued to downward spiral in the vehicle on the way home. According to Kristi's mother, Susan Krebs, the doctors thought she could have been on some sort of drugs. The doctors tested her, and the results showed that she was clean of any kind of drug. Following months, Kristi was in and out of the hospital many times. She was soon diagnosed as having a psychotic trauma-related break. After 6 months of observations and medication, Kristi was finally released from the hospital. It was suggested that Kristi could return to work, however, only as a part-time employee for a while. She was hired back at her job for 20 hours a week. Kristi felt like she could handle more, and she got a second job. The following years, Kristi started to work 10 to 12-hour workdays. Kristi's parents were worried that she couldn't handle the workload and that she could trigger another break. However, Kristi said that she was okay up to the point she disappeared. However, Kristi wasn't okay. Once again, she was driving one night when she veered off onto another road. This one leading to the Marital State Park. Once again, her car was stuck in the mud. This location was only 7 miles from the location of the last time she got stuck in the mud. Kristi's father believes that when she got stuck in the mud again, it triggered a massive relapse, that everything she experienced in the past came flooding back and she wasn't able to handle it. The police believe that before Kristi left the area, she changed into her gym outfit she always carried with her. They believe this because her work uniform was found wet and neatly folded on the back seat. The next morning, a search was conducted. They were unable to locate Kristi. However, there were several sightings of Kristi in Texas, Utah, and California. Outside of town in California, a city employee gave a ride to a hitchhiker. According to his description, it was that of Kristi Krebs. According to Mike Case, he felt that Kristi wasn't in control of all her mental faculties. He originally thought she was possibly on drugs, but in the end he felt that she was just in a world of her own. According to Mike, he noticed 2 slash marks on her wrist. When he asked her about it, Kristi replied saying that she broke up with her boyfriend and that he wasn't nice to her. According to Mike, he dropped off Kristi at an intersection near the town of Hanford, California. A week later, Mike saw a report in the newspaper about Kristi missing. He contacted her parents and they sent pictures to him to try and make sure it was Kristi. He's positive that it was Kristi that he gave a ride to and dropped off. Another report came in from a woman who said she gave the ride to a woman from Salt Lake City to Park City in the state of Utah. I'm sorry about the composite picture. To me, this picture doesn't do Kristi any justice at all. As of the time Kristi went missing, she was 5 foot 2 inches tall and has a deformed right thumb with a thick knuckle and tip curving inward. This is on her right hand, of course. If you have seen Kristi Krebs, please contact your local law authority. Now is the time for my final thought. The final thought is not intended to be taken as absolute fact. Instead, these are just my thoughts about the case you just watched. As a person who was recently diagnosed with a mental disorder, I can sympathize for Kristi. Our country has a crisis when it comes to our citizens who are lost on the streets who are dealing with mental disorders. I will admit, I always wonder if I could end up like Kristi. I personally don't believe that Kristi is dead. I'm hoping that she is safe wherever she is. If Kristi is alive, she would be almost 46 years of age. She may already have a family without realizing what has happened to her. If you have seen this woman, please contact the police. Her family is missing their daughter. Thank you for watching this video, and a special thanks goes to Little Mist for suggesting this case. If you enjoyed what you watched, please leave a thumbs up. If you have an idea for a future case for me to look at, please drop a comment. And as always, if you aren't subscribed and you like what you see, please subscribe. That way you'll be alerted when I release new videos. Thank you and have a good night.